Hello and welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back, and if this is your first time here, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. My readings are collective readings, so everything may not resonate. They're meant for clarity and confirmation, mostly, so if you're surprised by the message or you're forcing it to fit, go ahead and leave it behind for those that it's meant for. As always, use your own discernment, and let's get into it. Alright. I hope you all are doing well. Okay. So it's being called to do a relationship reading. So we're going to look at the energy of you, and then we're going to look at the energy of somebody else around you. So let's get into it. Those just popped out there. Normally, let me see here. Okay, we'll see if those come out again. Alright. Let's see. And one more. One more. And is there a All right. Let's see. Okay, so on this side, so this is going to be your energy in relationship, your energy in regards to this other person within the relationship. And this can be friend, lover, coworker, family member, acquaintance. So use your own discernment. And let's see. So the first card that came up for you is contemplation. Okay. And this is in the earth energy, which is our physical surround, like our physical experience. So contemplation, that is basically the meditation card. That's what I always get from it. There's also a pyramid in the background. And I felt called to say that, so that might be confirmation for somebody that this is indeed for you in your reading. Let's see if there's anything deeper in here. So the message of this card is really about saying less and listening more. So in this relationship, this might be one of those dynamics where you listen more than the other person does. Take that. That doesn't have to be the case, but that's what just came through. Then right here it says, if you're inspired with an embryonic idea, keep it to yourself and wait before brainstorming or sharing it with others. For now, contemplate a secret inner truth just between you and the universe. Okay, so the next card over here in your energy is going to be the knowledge card, but that came out reversed. So I'm going to look and see what specifically that means. I think this is Mercury behind her. Maybe, I think it's Mercury. Let me double check. Let's see how. Yep, so we've got Mercury behind her in this card. And then we've also got Saturn up here in this corner. So Mercury's the planet of information and communication. 3 times a year, Mercury's retrograde gives us the chance to review the conclusions we've made about life. Review and, if necessary, revise. Mercury encourages us to rethink and revise our assumptions, conclusions, and attitudes, and keep reaching for more. Okay, this air card explores language as thought and knowledge. So, being that it's reversed with this card, because we've got communication going on here, so, and it's within a relationship. So with these two popping like this, back to back, what could be going on here is this could be a little bit of a lopsided dynamic within this relationship, to where the other person is doing more of the talking and you're doing more of the listening, which isn't, bad, so to speak. It's just, it can start to create kind of this lopsided energy. With this card being reversed, what could be happening is maybe you learned something and you learned it in the theoretical, so kind of like book learning. So you knew it theoretically, but maybe with this person, due to the communication aspects of it, maybe there's something that you've been learning here in the theoretical or in the practical sense. So everything that we learn, we have the theoretical side and the practical side. So you can learn about building a table by reading a manual or watching videos or things of that nature. But until you build a table, then you haven't fully learned and understood the entire process of building a table. So there's always those two sides of learning a new skill, and this can also be something that applies to our friendships and relationships as well. The next card we've got is also in air energy, and that is the Trickster. So this is the first card in the air element of this deck, and right here it's all of the elements are available to you at this moment. Let's read a little bit more. Here. Let's see. Okay, so it's to laugh at your mistakes and then start again. The trickster has deceived us again. Just when we thought things were getting better, it all falls to ruins again. And is that clown, that old fool, actually laughing at us? What does it take for us to get the joke and finally laugh at ourselves? We take life so seriously sometimes. The trickster reminds us to see the funny side of human being. We can have a good cry, but make sure to follow it with an equally good belly laugh. Our so-called mistakes are nothing less than experiments in the endless cosmic play. Lightness and laughter cure our failures by reminding us we're not in control. Okay. And then the last card on your side of this reading is the generosity card. And this is in the earth element as well. And this can be one of two ways. So this could be either you have been giving generosity or receiving generosity from this other person. I don't really know if it's necessarily in like the physical sense, because we can be generous with our time, with our gifts and abilities, with our support for another person. There's lots of other ways to be generous other than just financially. So keep that in mind. I'm going to see if there's anything deeper here. Okay, it says, all material and spiritual wealth comes from the universe, as does deprivation and lack of all kinds. There's nothing fair about who has and has not. We always have more of something than someone else, and less of another thing than someone. By giving and receiving, we equalize the distribution and find that we have everything we need. Okay. So over here in this other person's energy, we've got initiation, which is in the water sign. And so this shows up when we're entering a new phase in life. So this could be something like a marriage, starting a new job, finishing school, starting school, like, learning a new trade, something of that nature. being called to read that one as well. The rite of passage, where we acquire new responsibilities, privileges, and powers, is one of the most profound transformations humans undergo. Leaving the harbor may be fraught with challenge. Part of us wants to cling to the old familiar life we had. We may feel inadequate or unprepared for a change and want things to stay as they have been. Yet the time has come, and we can't delay embarking on the next expanse of our journey. Grief, anxiety, desire, and excitement are all natural emotions during a major life transformation. Make sure to spend time with close friends or family who can witness your change and support you now. Okay, so maybe you are actually helping this other person in a new initiated place, like time of their life, and that might be where this generosity card came in. Let's see, let's go to the next one. So the next one, we've got perspective. Interesting. Okay, so perspective is what this card is symbolizing. It's in the fire energy, which is our spiritual energy. But what this is symbolizing is really looking at something from a new lens. So look at it with like a childlike wonder. It's amazing if you set the intention before, like going for a walk, and then think about it. I'm going to look at this walk and everything on it like I've never seen this neighborhood before, and try and look at it through the lens of a visitor or a child or something like that. It helps change the perspective. To look at a worm with childlike awe and watch the way it, wiggles across the dirt. Those kinds of things. That's really a big part of this energy here. Is also pulling out of tunnel vision. We've got rainbow energy on here as well, and rainbow energy is the energy of all things are possible. And so that's kind of part of this too, is two people can look at the exact same situation and walk away with a completely different experience. And that's part of this too, is it depends on you being the observer and how you're taking it is going to determine your experience with it. And so maybe you were helping this other person see life through a different perspective, which would kind of make sense with the initiation card as well. Let me see if there's anything else in the book about it. Yeah, so the messaging is to change your viewpoint. Study the situation from a fresh angle. We may be locked into seeing only one aspect of what's going on. As adults, we easily get mired in our ways. The scars of traumatic experiences limit our perspectives and stunt our spiritual growth. How important is it? Recalibrates our view and puts each challenge in its place. Now let's shift our point of view. If low, go high. If narrow, go wide. If looking inward, look outside, or vice versa. We reverse our angle to a new position that reveals what we've been missing. There's a whole spectrum in between squinting through a microscope and scoping out the wide panoramic view. Let's shake things up, recalculate our assumptions, and adjust our understanding. So the next card over here is Rebirth. This is in fire energy as well. So it's spiritual energy. And then we also do have that rainbow energy. Right down here, there's like different phases of our life. And so she's raking Yeah, she's raking here, and it's like a magical rake that's revealing almost like layers or dimensions. So with the initiation perspective and rebirth, this other person okay, this other person might be on the brink of an awakening, and so you might either have, or you're going to been part of the trigger for that, because I'm feeling that you've already gone through the initial awakening process and you're a little further ahead on the spiritual journey. And so that might be what's going on here, is you're helping by not speaking and by just sitting and allowing. Sometimes the best gift we can give another human is space, and it's a safe space almost. It's a space to come to themselves, if that makes sense. So, and I feel like that's might have been what is going on over here. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, so this card is really symbolic of starting over again after a symbolic death. So the rake metaphysically untangles past issues that caused the death. It can be literal or symbolic. After a cut off or shut down, rebirth is a series of transitions. Gradually, we gather strength, identity, and inspiration. The rainbow hues and magic stars surrounding the awakening woman indicate unlimited opportunities. We give ourselves time to muse while reawakening. So, yeah, I'm getting an awakening going on over here. Then the last card over here is the Ascent card. There we go. Back it up a little. With this, it was reversed as well, though. So I'm going to look in the book to get more clarity on that. Says, if this card is upside down in your spread, you may be stuck in mental obsession. Ask the universe to erase your internal tape of anger, hurt, or disgust over others' behaviors or inactions. Replace the negative thoughts with an affirmation such as, I am a beautiful child of the universe, full of peace and generosity. For positive guidance, pull a new card. Contemplate the elements of the other card in your spread. So, let's see. Let's pull another card. Is it this top card? Yep, okay. Purification. Okay, so let me just see if anything comes through here. So purification is about Okay, it came. So basically what this card normally means is it's about a purification process where we're transmuting energy in some form or fashion. With this, what I'm getting is there's a block somewhere in this purification process for this other person, and because this was reversed, what could be the block is not fully seeing another person or seeing others. It's basically like a block in the healing process. Some sort of, this person might still be stuck in that like victim energy a little bit. There's kind of this normal process that can happen after an awakening where it's like we pull out of victim energy, but then we come back into it in a different way. And so it's still a similar energetic signature, but it just sounds a little bit better. But it's still, it's still a human ego thing. But I'm really thinking that might be what's going on with this energy over here. And then the overall clarifier is celebration. And so celebration, this is a really, really great card. So this is about, it can be literal celebrations like birthdays and events and, maybe concerts or going out and celebrating with friends or family or loved ones. So this is this is a great card to have as the clarifier for this, for a relationship. Like I don't think I've ever seen that actually. Or the focus, that's another way to put this, is it's kind of like a focus of the energy of the relationship as well. Good times are finally here. Let go of your cares and have fun. Break out of isolation and join with others for a seriously good time. It says nothing lasts forever, so celebrate now. Okay. Let's see if there's... Nope. Okay. So bottom of the deck, discover. Is it discovery or liberation? Okay. Nope, it's discovery. Dig down and cover what's been there all along. Okay, I know what this is. So sometimes when we're in a relationship with somebody, it can look and feel great and wonderful. We have a lot of fun with this person, so on and so forth. But deep down, something doesn't feel right, basically. And so this is more of an advice card. And so this is... Yep, this is advice to trust your intuition. Alright, sorry about that. Had one more interruption. But I'm really feeling that the messaging here is to celebrate and have fun, but also don't ignore this greater calling. This other, it could be like an intuitive hit where, and I've had lots of friendships like this where I force it and I excuse a lot of behavior, and this is how I used to be in a lot of friendships. But I would get these like knowings of like, oh, that didn't feel quite right. Oh, they kind of said something a little like that was kind of like a slam, hidden as a compliment, like kind of hidden as a compliment, but not really. And ooh, I recognize that pattern as, you know, something that I've experienced before in like a really toxic relationship or something like that. And I feel like that's kind of the messaging here, is to definitely listen to that and maybe take a step back. And when we get kind of like entangled in a relationship and really just instant best friends, instant perfect lovers, instant, you know, any of that type of stuff, it's okay to take a pause. Because if it's truly meant to be that way, and if it's truly meant to be, you know, a best friends forever situation or whatever the case may be, it will be. Even if you go, hey, I need a little bit of, and you don't even have to verbalize it, just, oh yeah, life's busy right now, and kind of take a pause. In certain relationships, that's going to be easier to do than others, so use your own discernment, but that might be part of this contemplation card over here as well, is while it's also talking about listening more than speaking, I think this also might be, well, yeah, it's a good idea to sit with certain things like this where it's got kind of conflicting energies, and so sit with it and maybe journal, do some inner work of maybe a journal prompts along the lines of, what is it about this relationship that is similar and different from other relationships I've had? And with that, you can kind of start to deep dive a little bit on certain patterns that might be repeating. Because I'm feeling that there's a little bit of that. And not that relationships are ever perfect. I'm just feeling that there's a little bit of an out of balance connection here. I think that's the best way to explain the energy I'm feeling. Yeah, is there anything else? I don't think so. Okay, nope, the energy just left. Alright, well, that is going to be the end of this reading. I hope that helped with some clarity, maybe some suggestions or advice on how to get more clarity. I do feel like this is going to come back up at some point, so do with that what you will. Thank you so much for, if you're here at this point in the video, then the entire message is for you. And I just want to thank you so much for being here and for your continued support. I really, really love doing this, and I really enjoy seeing that it's helping you guys. So it's just so beautiful. If you like this video, go ahead and do all the things, like, share, comment, subscribe, etc. And we will see you on the next one. Thank you.